Today's Mac Voices is supported by MacVoices After Dark. Uncensored, off-topic, and always off the wall. MacVoices After Dark is available as a benefit to our Patreon subscribers. Sign up at patreon.com/MacVoices. Welcome to Mac Voices. This is the talk of the Apple community, and I'm Chuck Joyner. Folks, it's Tuesday night. It's Mac Voices Live, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, whatever time that is, wherever you are. We're on YouTube at youtube.com/MacVoicesTV. We wish you were here too, because then you could be not only experiencing some of the craziness that just occurred right before we started the show, but also you could be throwing your comments and chats and observations into the chat room. So mark it on your calendars. Next Tuesday, join us. Tonight, well, we have a lot of things to talk about, and maybe not a lot, because we may not get to a whole lot of the subjects. I see we have a late entrant. So let our late entrant.
Yep, Webb, you're right on time.
Webb's late. He missed the song and dance.
He'll be here just in time for the introductions. So, good evening, sir. He's still working on it.
I'm here.
All right. Yeah, I was just about to do introductions, so your timing is impeccable.
Well, thank you. You can hear me okay, right? Audio's good?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Perfect.
So first up, as he usually is, he's taken the traditional corner in on my screen, top left, Mr. David Ginsburg. David, good to have you.
Good to be here, Chuck. Thanks for having me, and it's great to be back after a long holiday week we had here, and get back and see everybody again. I was going through a podcast withdrawal. I didn't even do In Touch with iOS last week, so I wouldn't even have the Mac show. So I went through complete podcast withdrawal this week.
it was a very strange, having a holiday on a Tuesday, but having a work day on Monday. I think that's going to reverberate for a couple weeks, trying to figure out where we are. With a complimentary color shirt, Mr. Ben Rathig, the guy who is just as unhappy as I am that Nita Strauss got engaged.
What? I didn't know that. but seriously, congratulations to Nita and Josh and their new album rocks.
It does, definitely. Nita Strauss. What is it? What is it? Into the Void?
Something like that.
Yeah. Go check it out. It's serious metal. Jeff Gamet sporting an evolving background in his new digs. Jeff, great to have you. We missed you last week.
I've missed all of you. I realized as you were doing introductions, I haven't done any podcasts for over a week, which is kind of crazy because I'm like bouncing around from show to show all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just not right.
No, it's not. But I'm feeling like the new place is coming together a little bit, and I'm very happy that my RGB artwork is up on the wall again.
Yeah, nice soft blue lights in the background. Yeah, I like it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just really happy to be here hanging out with all of you.
Well, we're happy to have you. Last but absolutely not least, the man who is so important they even named a section of the internet after him. Webb Bixby, good to see you.
Oh, how I wish that was true. So.
What part of the internet is Bixby?
Yeah.
Samsung.
Oh, right.
By the way, when that came out, I did go ahead and secure the realbixby.com and .org and all those. So I've never done anything with them, but I still have the domains if I ever want to activate them. So
that's it's funny how that's some of the first things on our minds now. If whenever anything comes up, it's like, oh, should I grab a domain or two or three or five?
For all of them?
Yeah. So, guys, the first thing on my mind seems to be the only thing in my news feeds today, and that is the first day of Amazon Prime Day. So I'm curious to find out if anybody here purchased anything or found any killer deals, or what your thoughts are on Amazon Prime Day. Because I know I partook a little bit, but not a lot.
Well, I didn't get anything on Amazon Prime Day, but one of the little known facts that Amazon's now biggest competitor, Walmart, is also having competing deals. And I got my dad a new antenna for $50 off.
Oh,
Wow. Ben, no, I thought Walmart it was only for their version of the Prime membership. What is it? I think it's called Walmart Plus or something like
Yes.
that.
Walmart Plus. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Was that, I mean, is that, I guess I'm asking, are you a member of
Yes,
that?
yes, I'm a member.
Oh, okay. Okay. So is it worth it?
Sort of. I mean, they don't.
He had that pause there.
Yeah, right.
They don't have the same selection as Amazon would entirely, but you have two main advantages. Number one, basically anything that is in the store can basically be DoorDash to your house. And two, if you do have something that is from an outside vendor serviced by Walmart, instead of having to box it up at the UPS store or Kohl's, you can take it right to Walmart in the service desk.
Interesting. So can you use that service to return things to Amazon?
No.
Just thought I'd ask.
But it has its usefulness. Plus, if you're not already getting it from, say, T-Mobile, they also give you Paramount Plus.
Oh,
Which T-Mobile does too.
Yes, and free grocery delivery if you don't want to leave the house.
Okay. Okay, so it sounds like there's some deals, but obviously not as many as Amazon.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. So a new antenna landed in your shopping cart. David, anything?
Well, I wanted to expand my Eero 6E mesh network because I only have two pods, and so I needed a third to go down in my basement. So I decided to jump in and get that $179, which was about $70 off. And still waiting for that. That should be arriving tomorrow, I think. So because I've had some lackluster Wi-Fi in a basement, so I figure wait for it to come back on sale again, and it sure did. So one thing, but I'm still prowling around and looking for other things. I wanted that 39 plug outlet strip we talked about a couple weeks ago. It still didn't go on sale, so I may end up buying it anyway. But
yeah,
just because I can get rid of all these freaking strips I have down under my feet and just have that one.
Yep. The one power strip to rule all your breaker boxes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. I've got so much stuff already plugged in down there in multiple strips. What difference does it make? It's going to be around the same amperage anyway.
Jeff, how about you? I know earlier today I texted you a link to, I think it was a Wirecutter story about the 10 best Lego deals or something. That although I probably figured you already had at least 8 or 9 of them.
Thank you for sending that to me. Here's the deal. I've been so busy with all this other stuff that I didn't realize that it was Prime Days. And I made an order this morning, and that's when I discovered it was Prime Days. totally boring. It's like replacement adhesive strips for 3M clips that I use to, like put the LED light strip up on the ceiling, and hey, I got 10% back on that because of my Amazon card. And then I found out that the iPad mini current generation, 24% off.
What?
And I was like, holy forking shirt balls. But then I had to jump into a meeting. So I just left it. After the meeting, I completely forgot to go back to the webpage and click buy. And when I did remember, the deal was already gone. So I totally missed out on a killer deal on an iPad mini, which sucks because all I have right now for a mini is the 4 with a dead battery.
Wow.
The one you kept saying for years you were going to change that battery, have that battery changed, and you never did it.
I never did it, and when I was ready to do it, well, then it got dropped from iPadOS updates, and at that point, I was like, no point doing it now.
Nope.
It might. I mean, I'd say still watch tomorrow because everybody seems to have competing deals. I didn't remember seeing that one, but then again, I wasn't in the market for an iPad mini, so.
Yeah, what I should have done as soon as I saw it was just click buy and then worry about if I was going to have buyer's remorse later. But instead I was like trying to be responsible and I went into my other meeting and then got sidetracked. And so I guess in one sense I was responsible because I didn't spend $300 and something on an iPad mini.
But you also didn't get an iPad mini. So.
That's true.
Webb, how about you? Any goodies under your Amazon Prime tree?
Yeah, I kind of went nuts.
Thanks for saving us, Webb.
Yeah. Let's see. I got the Elgato Stream Deck that was on sale. So I ended up getting 2 of those, one for my house and one for the office.
How many buttons?
15.
How much was it?
You know what? I should know.
It was $115.
Okay, that's a nice price.
Yeah, 23% off.
Yeah, $114.99.
Yep. I got a new Logitech mouse, which was not on sale, but I needed it anyway. Let's see, a new label printer that I needed. A couple things. I'm getting ready to just 10 feet that way is what is now a guest bedroom, which will be turned into my office. And so I got some LED light panels for that and a little tripod to put the camo camera on. So a couple things like that. So that's pretty much it. Oh, and bought it's a selfie stick. It's the camera mount actually that Jim Ray was talking about a couple of weeks ago. I got one of those for myself. I showed it to my daughter-in-law. She wants it, so I got one for her. So yeah, so that's it. Yeah,
that's great. Yeah, and selfie stick.
And then some other things, just some cinnamon gummy bears that I like to chew on at the office, and just stuff like that. So,
oh crap! The 6th gen. If I want it in Starlight, it's now 24% off.
Don't
go for it.
Don't wait until after the show; it'll be gone.
Buy now.
You can put a case on it that will make it whatever color you want.
Starlight's great. That's a great color. What are you doing?
Yeah. Jeff, do I have to do it?
Just you don't. Oh, but I can get an extra $25 or $25 off because I can use my points, and I am now spending $387.93. Or I could spread it over 12 months and only spend $32.33 a month.
Here, he can do it. There it is. There's the Prime card right there.
Because I've got the Prime card. Let's see what happens when I click that. And Yeah, and then I'll just pay it off early. Damn it, people.
Jeff, that's an interesting question, though, given because how am I going to say it? I know you get a discount based on the Amazon credit card, but can you then spread that discounted price out over that time, or
I just did.
Okay, good. It took. I didn't. That's a little surprising, but that's great.
So
this was a 6th gen, right?
Crap, I'm pretty sure that's what I just bought. Let's review my order and make sure that's what I just bought. iPad mini 6th gen, 64 gig Wi-Fi, which is fine because I don't need more than that for the way I'll use this.
Yeah, that's $120 off.
I could have gotten it in purple too, but whatever. All right.
So did they have any deals for the 256?
256 is, let me look at the different colors because apparently color matters for this.
Not available.
No. So it's only the 64. Oh, why do you people do this to me?
What?
Well, we're helping you, Jeff. We're helping you.
Yeah. Anyhow, my iPad will show up this Friday.
Beautiful.
Good.
Yeah, we're hopefully we'll have a live unboxing.
It's possible.
Not that early.
Well, I prepared for Amazon Prime Day because there was one thing that I really was hoping to get a deal on, and I think I got a pretty good deal, not necessarily a great deal, because it sort of matched some earlier prices, but I needed a new pair of AirPods Pro, which obviously these are not. So last week, if you bought an Amazon gift card for $50, you got an extra $10 in credit.
Nice.
So I did that. And then if you reloaded it with another $100, then you got another $10.
There you go.
So I did all that, and then I used the Amazon Prime card. So you guys can do the math and figure out. But the price, the selling price was down to $200. So I got them. That means for $180 minus.
Yeah.
So
$199.
I figured that,
Still a price.
That's not too shabby. I did find one other thing, and I'm going to have to describe it, and I will put a link in the show notes. But the under desk carriages for cable management.
Yeah.
And you know how you have the clamps that will attach like a monitor stand. And Jeff, I know you know what I'm talking about. That will clamp to the side of your desk. This popped up. Don't ask me why, but it popped up so that it's that kind of mount, but it's like a 4 or 5 outlet power strip that you can clamp to your desk. Off to the side.
I've seen those.
I saw that too.
Yeah,
And each one has a power switch. Each one has a power switch.
Nice.
Which I thought, I'll get it here and see how it is. But if it's as good as it looks and as good as I think it will, that's really handy because, I don't know about you guys, but I'm forever plugging something in just temporarily, to work with it. And then you got to crawl onto the desk and find an open slot on your power strip. And this would put one right there beside me. So I went that way. And then I also picked up for a really good price, one of the Arlo doorbells. So not for me, but for my sister, because she wants to get a video doorbell. So that was a really good price on that. And the Arlo seems to be the one that gets all the best reviews. And I picked up a 100-pack of hot pink 3 1/4 inch golf tees. Because why not?
Right, because it's Prime Days. You just gotta go crazy.
Well, you don't have to go crazy, but the interesting thing I think is that there are some honest to God deals here.
Well, that iPad Mini deal, 24% off.
Yeah,
20 off. Yeah.
Yeah. Do any of you use Honey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Do you mean like to eat or?
No.
Look for deals.
Yeah, the price tracking.
I realized that I was saying yes, I like to eat honey, and then That's not what you're talking about.
No.
I occasionally use Honey.
Okay. You mean the web service?
Yes, the web service.
Okay.
I use the kind you can eat basically every day. It's great in my tea.
Yeah. I mean, I use that, and I use Camel to decide whether the deals as they are characterized are honest to God deals. So, and everything I purchased looked like it was an honest to God deal, except for the teas. So,
yeah. Now the big question is, did you get a bunch of hot pink Titleist balls to go with it?
No, I'm a traditionalist. I want the golf balls to be white, but the teas hot pink. That just suits my mood.
So you can see them.
Thanks, Webb.
Well, you're supposed to break them too, right? Is that?
Well, I mean, you don't always. It's not like you have to break them, but unfortunately, they do break. And I got out of that. I got away from using plastic teas a long time ago because in the old days that could shatter your club face. Not so much with metal drivers now, but so.
If using a plastic tea could break your club, why would any company manufacture plastic teas?
Because they could do so ridiculously cheaply, and because they couldn't be broken, and people didn't want to break the teas.
So they would break their clubs instead, which cost a lot more. Well,
not necessarily always. I mean, it's just in the old days, the really old days. God, I'm just showing my age. Jeez. The face was like an epoxy kind of plastic, an insert, and that theoretically you could crack it because I'd seen them cracked. So everything gets made out of plastic sooner or later.
Mm-hmm.
So Cletus is.
Well, actually, Chuck, it was your father who taught you this. You didn't see it, but your father, he told me was a pro at one point. He taught you. So
yeah, I'd like to stick with that story, Webb, but I cannot tell a lie.
I'm trying to help you.
I know. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot.
Oh.
So is there anything on the lookout? I mean, because we still have one day left, other than Jeff's iPad, which he now has secured.
Oh, I just put a link in our private chat. I'm tempted to buy this microphone arm from Elgato. $69.
Oh.
That boom arm.
Boom arm, yeah.
That's really nice
because it's got a nice level to where it goes lower if you need to.
And it has cable channels like my blue Compass.
Yep.
Yeah, I have that same one that you do, Jeff. I haven't seen it today, but I've seen it in the past, and I use it at the office with a Yeti microphone too. That's my streaming setup in my office. So.
You have this arm?
Not this one. I have the one that Jeff has right now, the blue one, the blue manufactured one.
Got it.
Dave, I think you should just go ahead and get this at 31% off.
Yes, you should.
It's it's an Elgato. It's a nice boom arm, and I tell you, once you have cable channels, it doesn't seem like that's a big deal until you have them, and then you question how you manage to use a boom arm without them.
And I do like this Rode arm I've had for years, but it's good to have a backup too.
I do not have cable channels, and I do wish I did. And I just can't quite bring myself to buy a new boom arm just for a cable channel. But so I use Velcro ties to try to control the.
Well, Chuck, 31% off. This is $100 boom arm, $69.49.
I know. You're trying to do to me what I did to you, aren't you? I know.
Yeah. Yes, I am. Oh crap! Sorry, that I thought my cat just bought the boom arm. She's sitting on my desk right now, and she wanted to sniff something on the other side of the trackpad, and so she stepped right on it, and I heard it go click, and I, out of the corner of my eye, I see the page changing, And I thought I had just bought a boom arm. Nope. Apparently the page is just reloading.
So Cletus in the chat room says he hasn't looked at the Prime Day deals. He got a 20 terabyte drive last week at Seagate at a great price. So not sure what you're going to do with 20 terabytes, Cletus, but hey, have at it.
You know, I remember when we used to say, I don't know what I'll do with 1 gigabyte, but have at it.
Yeah.
Cletus will fill it.
Yeah, my first hard drive, I believe, was in 94. I believe was 80 megabytes.
Remember?
Oh, I can top that. Apple Profile hard drive, 5 megabytes.
Oh, that was an awesome drive.
Yeah.
All right,
and it went with the Lisa. So,
wow. Since you already talked about my age in some fashion, I distinctly remember driving an hour and a half to buy a 16K RAM card for my Apple II.
Right. We used to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember having to drive. No, I had to get a ride from where I lived in Lakewood, Colorado, all the way up to Boulder, Colorado, because it was before I had a driver's license, to get a new floppy controller card for my Franklin Ace 1000, and the friend had no idea what I was doing. They just wanted to go to Boulder because, it was like the cool place. So like, yeah, I'll drive.
Whatever gets you there.
I also remember buying my first 300 baud modem card, and it was $300. And I mean, that's just what it cost back then.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, definitely. And here we are now.
Yep.
So, folks, if you took advantage of any Prime Day deals, I mean, obviously they'll be long gone but I would be very interested in what caught your fancy, because who knows, maybe it's worth us looking at even when it's not Prime Day deals. The other thing, though, and I think we may have mentioned this on another show, either MacVoices or somewhere else, but it seems like there are more and more companies that are doing these little 10, 20, 30% off coupon deals that all you have to do is pay attention enough to click it and you get money off. And so if you're shopping, for something, look for that because it's right there, right underneath the price, usually in green, and it'll save you a few bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Ben, you were shaking your head. Have you been victimized by the coupons?
Oh, yes. It's like, I don't want to need, oh, God, 30%. Yeah.
Well, it's funny how 30% on, a $22, $23 item takes it from, I don't know, to impulse buy.
Impulse buy, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so if you're smart enough to do that, I mean, it's really interesting that if people don't look at it, they may buy it. But encourage, because I've fallen victim to it too a couple of times. It's like, that now makes it an impulse buy. So.
Human psychology is fascinating.
Jeff, it is, and Amazon is fascinating too, the way they've done, because if you scrolled through the lightning deals today and you could click on watch this deal so that you can go back and check it. And I realized when I was doing it, I'm just telling Amazon everything to throw at me for the next 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a useful tool, but you're also giving them information. My Echo any moment will start to tell me that there's something on deal.
See, the difference here, as opposed to just doing a web search for something, is that even though you're getting these targeted deals popping up, this is actually something useful for you because you've shown you have an interest in these things. So you're getting something back for what you're giving up, unlike just, you're just searching through some random website or you're doing a Google search. You're not getting anything back for what you're giving up. So at least there's a little something coming back to you for that.
Yeah.
Jeff, I agree. And to be fair about it, I mean, how do they remind you of something you'd be interested in if they didn't collect that information? And so
Right.
you're right. It feels like it's a lot more quid pro quo than some of the other things that are just all them and not you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
one other thing I wanted to mention, though, did any of you take a look at, and I'll have to find the link, but I think it's Indie Developer Day. It was a set of indie developers, I guess, that got together and they're offering special discounts on their software.
I did not hear about that.
No.
Yeah, I came across it sort of by accident. I'm just going to see if I
Indie
can
Dev
find-
Day, is that it?
Yeah, that sounds like it, Jeff.
Wait, no, this is a conference in Barcelona.
No, you're right. Or is it App Day?
I feel like I'm just completely out of the news loop because I've been so busy with all these other things
Oh, shoot.
over the past couple weeks.
Yeah, I have it on the other machine. I didn't put it over here because I really didn't think about it until just now. But
Got it.
you got it,
Check.
David? Okay, so Indie Dev Sales Event. There's an article in 9 to 5 Mac. Indie Dev Sales Event. So where's the link? Yeah, so if you're into this, it's not like you have to buy a bundle or anything. And it looked like there were at least 2 or 3 that I was very interested in that I need to go back and look at a little bit later that I just ran out of time tonight. But it just seems like all of a sudden, this week has been adopted as a second Black Friday by everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the Mac Whisperer Pro is 50% off.
Oh, nice.
So if you're listening to this and can take advantage of it, yeah, definitely Indie Dev Sales Event. Check it out. It's worth it. It saves a couple bucks, and you're supporting some indie developers and supporting some great software.
Yeah.
Chuck, I've mentioned this on the show before, but that's how I got into 1Password was through something similar, one of these bundle sites, and I'm going back to it. It was 1Password version 2, and they're up to 8 right now. So, and I've been a fan of 1Password ever since. And through a site very similar to this is how I got started with it.
Yeah, some of these things you've never heard of, but what I was impressed by with this one is that it listed not only the title but the developer, the platforms it's on, and specifically where you could get it. Whether you had to go to their website, whether it was in the App Store. The one I clicked through on and went in the App Store, and it was definitely discounted. I don't know how long that'll last, but according to this, I think it's just for Prime Days 11 and 12. So if you're within the sound of my voice, go check it out. So let's move to the next topic, which I think is going to be potentially a big one, and that is Threads. What are you doing? You look like you're doing a Muhammad Ali.
I was just ducking in case somebody was going to throw something.
What a rope-a-dope.
Blow like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Yeah. So let's everybody confess who signed up for Threads.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It's universal. So the question is, why did you sign up for Threads?
Chuck, I sign up for as many of the social media platforms as I can right away to grab my name. And then whether or not I use the platform is a different thing. I'm playing with Threads right now because it's new. And I'm finding it fascinating that they had or are still having such a fast adoption rate. The people that worked on this project, they knew what they were doing because they made it so easy for people to just slide right in.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they did. And how many other social media platforms have been? Let's see, what day did it launch? On Thursday. So we're Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so 5 days in, and it's something ridiculous, like 100 million users or something on the platform already.
Yeah, nobody else has done this.
No, I don't think any social media platform has had people sign up at the rate that Threads is seeing.
I mean, literally, they had more people than Blue Sky by lunch.
Yeah. And I'm still waiting for a Blue Sky invite, but whatever. I mean, we've hit the point that when I get my Blue Sky invite, I'll sign up to grab my name. And I don't know if I'll ever even use it.
Yeah, Jeff, you'll be 2 weeks after Chuck.
Right.
Chuck get his?
No, unfortunately.
He will at 2 weeks when they have another invite.
I'm still waiting for my first invite. I can share.
Our discussion of what's going on with social media right now, especially Meta's Threads, continues in the next edition of Mac Voices, and the panel gets a little punchy at some point. That's next time on Mac Voices. I'll see you then. As always, I'm Chuck Joyner. Thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with Mac Voices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you Mac Voices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.